I'm gonna flash these again in later on in this video. This is a pizza bag, by the way. But anyway, y'all come up in here and fuck with the dribble and shit. My shit getting all tangled and shit. What up, what up, what up, what up? Subscribe to the channel, Bullet the Barber. It ain't my fault, pimp. I did my part. It's on its way. Apote Frank, Alan Gordon. What up? Hold on. The weather is changing. I'm going back to work soon. I'm going back to work soon. That's my heated bag. I earned that. This is my pizza bag. I earned this too. I'm going back to work soon. Don't even trip. CEO Nafis, you've been getting busy. You've been getting busy. I seen that joint with, I think it was Cheese's mother. You've been getting busy. Shout out to you. You've been building that. You've been doing your thing. Word up. But y'all come on in here, man. We got to talk about a few things. He said, I raised hell in there. Vainglorious. Alan Gordon, I appreciate you. I'm going to show, sometime this week, I'm going to show everybody a list. One of my avid collectors of the PA Knittage Dynasty is in the building. He's from Oakland, California. His name is Alan Gordon. He got well over 200 knits. No bullshit. 200. Nafis, hit me on IG. Yeah, my shit different now. Hit me on IG and I'll share my new joint with you and shit. I think, yeah, I got a new number since last time we spoke. But yeah, we got to talk about a few things. If you don't have this already, go get you a copy of this. We're on volume 3. Pillmatic 3 is the one we're working on right now. I just got a dope ass record from Illa G last night. He down. I'm very, very happy to have him part of this project. But everything is coming together and shit. It don't always come on your time, but you gotta just stand in there and it'll be coming. It'll be coming. Can you talk about the exotic fruits when you get time? Charles Kane, I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm from 17th and German. I don't talk like I'm from New York, do I? People from New York got an accent. You probably cannot see this, but your content is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. He said, just admiring your gold. I thought you was a brother from New York. Niggas from New York ain't the only ones trucking around here, man. There's truck drivers all over the country, man. Yo, subscribe to the channel. Y'all come in here, man. We got to talk about it. Oh, he said you got a dope hat. Thank you. You can go to my website. I owe all of this to my websites. pa-knit.com, that's the brand website, and then my personal haberdashery, therealdribble.com. I got everything on there. Sweatsuits, Letterman's jackets, CDs, autographed copies of my book, crazy knits, king threads, scarves, the lady flower bomb bucket, cardigans. It's crazy. Go to therealdribble.com and get right. Bryant Covington, what's happening? Go Time says, shout out Dark Low, free AR-AB. Dark Low is a rat, and AR-AB ain't going nowhere till them white folks done with him. Just being for real. You took the liberty of yelling that out in the comments, and I'm giving you a taste of reality and shit. Dark Low's the police, and AB ain't going nowhere till they done with him. Rashad says 50 Cent versus 42 Doug. Lopsided. Bless said Christ is king. Wrong chat. Nigeria in the building. What up? Make sure you get a copy of this, man. I know y'all appreciate hip hop over there. This is my compilation, this is my classic compilation. This is volume 2, man. Highly reputed double CD. Nothing but crack on here, man. Make sure you go get you an autographed copy from therealdribble.com. Anyway, let's talk about Jamel Davis. That tickle you, huh? Let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. I told y'all I wasn't gonna talk about them niggas because they be stressing me out, but as y'all know, that's my squad and shit. And normally I would save the Laker talk for the zip code with Zip with the Drip, but it's been an interesting 24 hours. It's been an interesting 24 hours, man. Luka Doncic ended up playing against his former team last night, the Dallas Mavericks, at home in LA. Dropped a triple-double. And Anthony Davis ain't took the court yet. I think he played one game for the Dallas Mavericks. It's almost like they gave a franchise player up for free. I seen a video that says that Mark Cuban is no longer the true owner of the Dallas Mavericks. The true owner of the Dallas Mavericks, I'm told, is a female. And she wanted to move the Mavericks to Las Vegas, but it was a lot of resistance. So I was told that she tried to sabotage the team on purpose, man. I was told, he said, yeah, I seen that. I was told that she sabotaged the team on purpose and got rid of the franchise player to make the city of Dallas not want them niggas no more. Me personally, I thought it was because of his drinking. I thought that he was drinking too much. You seen the video of Michael Finley taking the beer out of his hand? I thought that was the problem. Nevertheless, since Luka been playing for the Lakers, he's dropped about 25 pounds. Have you seen him when he first came? He was fat, slow, visibly fat. You seen the pictures of him, but if you look at him now, he's down about 25 pounds. And he's causing a lot of problems that I didn't foresee this. And I consider myself to have a great basketball mind. But I never considered this. Basketball is a team sport, right? The better that the starting five, the 5 players that you got out there, the more knowledgeable, the better that they are at playing a position, the more dynamic the team is. People often point out that Kobe Bryant took a team to the championship and it wasn't no real star-studded team. It was just him, Kobe, and Pau Gasol. And I think Lamar Odom was on that squad too. But it wasn't a team that people would consider champions. But if everybody know how to play their position correctly, the execution is flawless. Now, this is what's going on with the Lakers. This is something that I didn't consider. Luka is the reason that the rest of the Lakers are going to get a whole lot of open shots. The Lakers going to get a whole lot of open shots. Whole lot of open shots. For real. Do you watch women's basketball? I've been hearing about South Carolina and Texas, but let me stick to this topic for a minute here. Because of Luka, the rest of the Lakers are going to get a whole lot of open shots, and you're seeing this. He had the triple-double last night. Whenever he get the ball, teams just they got this thing where they have to converge on him. He just draws he draws the double team, and all he got to do is find his teammates. They probably in practice doing a lot of shooting drills because of Luka. Luka is almost like a decoy. LeBron James is somebody who you know is capable of getting you 30 every night. You gotta keep track of him. He gonna get you 30 a night. hands down. He's the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. He's still probably one of the top 3 players in the league, from top to bottom. You got to keep track of him, right? When Luka has the ball, he draws a double team and he finding the open players. Now, Luka is about 6'8". That means he could see the whole floor. He could see the whole floor. That means he could see the whole floor. He could pass over guys. He could see the whole, his vision. He's like Magic Johnson size, basically. When Luka make a basketball move, when he attack the basket, the defense naturally has to react. And when they react, you got 2 options. You gonna let him score, or he's gonna pass the ball to somebody else who's gonna score and shit. I can't even tell you who the Lakers starting 5 is because them other 2 niggas, I don't even know them niggas. The only people I know out of the starting 5 by looking at them is Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Luka, and I think Rui be starting. But them other 2 dudes that be playing a lot, I don't know them niggas at all. I think they came through by the trade deadline or something like that. My man Willie Will said they passed the $5,000 stimmy. I need that. I like the Lakers to play the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. So you saying that it ain't about the Denver Nuggets anymore? Is that what you saying? Trey Buck said, Gully, I'm devastated. My brother's on camera robbing a pawn shop. They looking for him. He had the nerve to do a bareface. You'll see him in the visitor room. CJ Gray said, Gully, you got on board Page and told him Chester niggas was running for their life from the Philly niggas in jail. That was the truth. I like that channel. That dude, he's a battle rapper, but he tells some good Pennsylvania jail stories. I was watching it. And he told a story called the Chester versus Philly War. That story, that title right there is suspect. Chester ain't deep enough to deal with Philly, no way, no how. Chester is not deep enough, nor aggressive enough, if you want to be real, to deal with Philly, no way, no how. Not West Philly, not South Philly, not North Philly, not Southwest. They not even deep enough to deal with him. So the title made me tune into the video and see what he was talking about. And he was on some bullshit. He was on some bullshit. He said that North Philly and Chester had some differences, and the whole North Philly was with it. It just didn't make no sense, man. You got to go watch the video. I don't want to go into it right now. CJ said, I'm from Coastville, and we don't stand a damn chance. I'm like Bo tripping. Chester ain't sweet or nothing like that, man. They basketball players, and they not troublemakers. They not on that. They never was and shit. Denver only has Joker. Murray isn't a real Robin. They got Westbrook. They got Aaron Gordon. They got everybody who been kicking ass with them the last few years. Luka is on the ball the majority of the time. That allows LeBron to rest and take over in the 4th quarter. You see, he went crazy in the 4th last night. I was about to make that point. Luka is ball dominant. LeBron don't have to work as hard. He don't. And Luka has been somebody who kind of like ran out of gas towards the 4th quarter. LeBron ain't had that pleasure of having a teammate that could carry the load and shit, and he could just take plays off. He hasn't had the luxury of doing that probably since Dwayne Wade. Linda Lewis, good evening. First time watching you. You're a nice looking guy. Love your hat. Have a great night and blessings. Where you going, baby? You got to stick around. You got to stick around. Stick around. I like Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is a guy. I like him. They was talking about his name mixed up in some trade shit earlier in the year. I wasn't feeling that at all. So at this point, I think the Lakers need to look into building the confidence of their bench players. If the Lakers can go 9 deep, starting five plus 3 or 4 guys off the bench, the Lakers probably can win the championship. I've yet to see them play Boston yet, as you know, with Luka. I haven't seen what would happen between them, but they last like 5, 6 wins has been against teams that's above 500. That's a good sign. That mean they kicking ass of the top teams in the league and shit. LeBron is playing low minutes since Luka came over, so he is fresh in the fourth, which is huge going into the playoffs. Ro, what's up? I totally agree with you. I was watching. I didn't watch the game. I didn't. I watched the highlights. I watched the highlights on a few different channels and shit. And I noticed that whenever Luca get the ball, he damn near demand 3 defenders. Like the nigga that's sticking him, the closest nigga that's to him, gonna try to help, and the third guy just naturally converge on him when he start making his moves towards the basket. He's 6'8". He can handle the ball. He's gonna be bigger than the average defender, so he's gonna always need somebody to probably. They always gonna need somebody to help out on defense with him, straight like that. James said we playing D. They playing better from top to bottom. From what I'm seeing, again, I didn't want to watch them. I didn't want to watch them because I get frustrated until we got closer to the playoffs. But I'm seeing, call it enthusiasm. I'm seeing the rest of the team. The rest of the team, when you see guys that you're not familiar with making plays, that's a good sign. That's called enthusiasm. That's called enthusiasm, for real. Air Maxwell said, I got a verse for Pillmatic. I bet you do. Let me ask you something. How many knitages do you own? Everybody on Pillmatic rock knittage. How many you got? How many you got? Can't roll with us if you're not in uniform, pimp. Go to the website, therealdribble.com, man. Get your uniform together, then come back and holler at me. Ticket TV keeps switching sides. Let the Lakers get that 3 or 2 seed. JJ is coach of the year. I don't know if he should be coach of the year. I can't credit him. We probably can get a credit to Nico Harris. Nico Harris is I believe the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. He got death threats. They mad at him like they mad as a motherfucker. He gave away. Years from now, it might be a story associated with this trade. Some slick shit might have went down for real, because it didn't make any sense. You just was in the finals the year before with Luka and Kyrie, and then the next year you trade him again. I thought he had a drinking problem of some type. I thought it was something that we couldn't see on the court, which was the problem. He traded Luka for a guy that don't even be playing. Anthony Davis ain't even on the court. He's giving Dallas nothing. Dallas received nothing basically for Luka, and that's what make that shit a crime, for real. Gully, I tried some of that soursop fruit today because of your video. Enjoy. The Cleveland Cavaliers are champions this year. Cleveland is a good regular season team. I don't know what Cleveland is capable of doing in the playoffs. And the Eastern Conference ain't all of that. It's just really Boston and Cleveland, and if you want to keep it real and shit. Everybody else ain't no real threat all like that. You think they're gonna beat OKC? I think the Lakers can beat OKC if they got great defense, great team defense can beat OKC, which is a younger team, and they do their thing and shit. SGA, he do his thing. But if you got somebody that's gonna protect the rim, I don't know about this nigga Jackson Hayes, whatever. He's a skinny looking nigga to me. Defense wins games, but if you asking me, is OKC better than the Lakers right now? OKC got to stop the Lakers too. So it's it. How do you look at it? How do you look at it? Do you think SGA can deal with LeBron James and Luka? The other night, all of them niggas had 30 and 25. Luka had 32. LeBron had 28. Reeves had 25s. Rui had 22 and shit like that. That's when a team going off like that, it's problems. It's problems. For real. The Rockets are going to upset the West. I'm glad you said that. Because this is a discussion that me and Zip we haven't had this on the zip code yet. It's almost like they quiet, but they be kicking ass. They got a young team. They be kicking ass. I be watching them, and they a threat. They are. They're a threat. But we got to get back to who gonna get home court advantage and shit like that, which means a lot. That Lakers OKC matchup gonna be interesting with Luka. SGA guaranteed 30 points. I can't discriminate. I mean, I can't dispute that. The Rockets are too young. Only thing that's gonna stop the Rockets is their lack of experience. Bunch of young niggas and shit. They not there yet. OKC has no weaknesses. Chill, Gully. Want to hear you and Zip get to this type of talk. We got some shit. We got some shit to discuss. I've been just letting the topics pile up. Everything that be going on in sports and shit, I kind of like document it. So when we had a discussion, I got some ammunition. We got to talk about, if you seen my prior upload, we got to talk about the Sixers. They decided to sit Joel Embiid for the rest of the year. Them niggas is in 12th place. They 20 and 37. They done lost 8 straight games. They got Paul George and got nothing from him. They got Joel Embiid cursed himself. He badmouthed LeBron James at the Olympics. He got on. He did an interview at the Olympics when he says something very critical about LeBron James, like he's lost a step and a bunch of other crazy shit. LeBron James averaged 14, 6, and 8 at the Olympics. That's almost a triple-double. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? And ever since he said that shit, the basketball guys, they've been unkind to him. He ain't been able to do nothing. They made PG cut that podcast off. Goldie said Paul George has always been overrated to me, for real, for real. I heard people saying that, right? And I respect him. I do. I respect his game, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I think Paul George got his reputation from that series when he was playing for Indiana versus Cleveland. When Paul George and Lance Stevenson was on the same team, I think that's when he got that reputation. Like, people considered him to be a killer because he was like going crazy in Indiana. And people expected that to continue, and it didn't. It didn't. It's been some years. He been inconsistent. Even when he was playing for the Clippers, he wasn't like nobody that you wanted that you feared. That injury really killed him. CJ said he got hurt. I don't know whether he lost his explosion. I don't know whether he ain't fast as he used to be, but he didn't do nothing for the 76ers. It's a shame. You couldn't front on the Pacers, Paul. No, him and Lance was the shit. That was a good series. Injury fucked him up. He want to be a shooter so bad, but ain't got the consistency. He is a 2-guard. He a 2-guard. niggas got to learn how to dominate all aspects of the game and shit. Like a lot of guys be dependent on a 3-pointer too much. They said the Celtics got more 3-pointers than two. The Celtics this year have more 3-point field goals than 2-point field goals. That's crazy as a motherfucker. That mean them niggas is they just they putting them up, man. Nobody's going to the hoop anymore. That's crazy. He said they take 50 a game. That's crazy as hell. That shit is gonna come back to bite them at some point. Basketball ain't played like that. Basketball ain't played like that. When I just told y'all the LeBron averaged 14, 6, and 8 in the Olympics. You know what he averaged? You know what his field goal percentage was? 66%. 66%. That means he damn near laying everything up. Straight up. He said too scared to take it to the rack. It's working right now. It's working right now, but we gonna see if it's working in the playoffs and shit. After niggas done played 82 games, we gonna see what it's like in the fourth quarter in the playoffs. I hate that they shoot so much. Adam Silver said he was about to launch an investigation about what's going on in the league. He said everybody seems to be running the same offense. Teams don't be really running plays like that no more. Like back in the day, you would see the point guards coming up court barking out orders, like calling plays and shit. Like people not running the motion offense or people not running the triangle or nothing like that. Niggas is whoever get the rock, come up court and shoot that shit. And that's kind of like changed the game like a motherfucker. KD said the coaches encourage it. You see how it's working out for them niggas, right? You see how it's working out for Durant and them, right? Them niggas garbage. They got 3 guys that'll put it up too. Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and KD. You see what happens? Keep on shooting them. Keep on shooting them. Keep on shooting them. No real foundation anymore. They need to play ball more. I seen somebody say that the other day. Gully, I'm with you when you said I would sit a 7-footer ass down if he kept heaving up threes. You don't got nobody. I'd seen a video earlier today that said that the power forward don't even exist no more and shit. When you say power forward in the NBA today, y'all probably can't even name a power forward right now. Y'all probably can't. Y'all probably would have to look at the roster to name a power forward right now. You know why? Because don't none of these niggas really play with their back to the basket. They don't. Even if niggas just on the roster as a power forward is facing up, shooting long ass jump shots and shit. It's crazy. Never seen so many games where teams are up 20 points like the other team just lay down and shit. Can barely name a true center. Gully, you need to gift a few PA nits to NBA dudes. I ain't giving them niggas shit. You crazy? Niggas just trying to come up be giving their clothes away for free. I ain't giving them niggas nothing. I got 2 websites. Them niggas better go cop. Straight up. Straight up. Not gonna happen. That's what's whack about the NBA right now. Jared Allen gets busy. Whenever he play against Anthony Davis, he be getting in Anthony Davis' ass. NBA is turning into the Euro League. I hope when the playoffs start, we start to see a little bit more elbow grease. For real. Straight up. Anthony Davis thinks he's a swan on the court. Pillmatic 3 on the way, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I just had to get in here and kick it with y'all about this Lakers shit. Because people ain't really talking about it. People ain't really talking about it. When the Lakers getting their ass kicked, Everybody talks about it. Everybody talks about it. And guess what? Since the Lakers been playing good, Bronny James ass been on the bench. His ass been on the bench where he the fuck belong. They should send him back to where the fuck he came from, but nah, man. It looked like we got something now. Can't be fucking around. A lot of isolation plays, a lot of threes, and no defense. He said Kobe smiling. I seen an interesting interview by the 2004 Detroit Pistons today. And they said they played Kobe, and that's how they beat the Lakers. They said they played Kobe. They did. They said they started playing on his ego and shit. They said they made it. They was playing defense in a manner that Shaq would get more touches, or they was kind of like making him get a ball to Shaq, like putting him in situations that he had to get a ball to Shaq. Instead of him just riding Shaq, you know what he started doing? This nigga getting more buckets than me. This nigga getting more buckets than me. This nigga getting more touches than me, and started jacking up the motherfucking ball. I would have to go back and look at whether or not that's true, because it's been a long time. But something about that series didn't make any sense. Like, Detroit just handed our ass to us like it wasn't nothing. I believe that's probably true. I believe that's probably true. They put Tayshaun Prince lanky ass on Kobe too. I believe it's probably the truth. Because that was one finals that didn't make any sense at all. It almost made it look as if the Detroit Pistons was as talented as the Lakers, and the Lakers had like, I think 4 Hall of Famers on the team at the time. For real. He said that Detroit team was tough. They wasn't supposed to beat Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant. They wasn't. It didn't make any sense. And they did. It was kind of easy. They made it look easy. They was kicking our ass. For real. How old was you when you was playing football? I just was playing semi-pro like about 6 years ago. I just stopped playing. An athlete all my life. I got a highlight tape on YouTube. Look up Gully, Jamil Lindsay football. You see my highlight tape. Power forwards are now called stretch forwards. She was doing his thing. They was past their prime. Malone and GP, that team was old. How can you say that they was past their prime when Gary Payton left the Lakers and went to the Miami Heat and won a title? Didn't GP go to the Heat and get a title? Help me out. My recollection ain't it's a little blurry right now. Didn't Gary Payton leave the Lakers and go to Miami? Didn't he? GP got a chip with Miami, right? Yeah. He went down there and contributed, right? Didn't he contribute? Wasn't he getting run? He was getting one. He was getting run, right? That's what I thought. So you can't say that he was washed up. I don't. Nah. No. 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 He said he started. He played. He helped. That's when Wade had the best finals. Yeah, Wade went crazy that year. Y'all like the video, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Just a brief discussion about about basketball. I would have Zip in here with me, but I wanted to talk about I didn't know what to think about the Luka trade. I didn't, because he was so slow. If you follow me on Instagram, I said something about it. He was moving very, very slow. The first few games, he wasn't doing nothing, but I'm thinking he was just out of shape. Wade averaged 40 in the finals. GP told Swaggy P to his face till he get his ass busted in his era. The Lakers still need a legit big man. I was just saying that in regards to what we could do with the with OKC. We need a rim protector. Jackson Hayes or whatever the dude named, the skinny nigga. I don't know about him. That Williams cat that we was trying to get from Charlotte, or Steven Adams, somebody that got some nuts, would probably be a little bit more effective. For real. Houston would beat the Lakers in the playoffs. I don't know about that. Wait until the Lakers go to Dallas to play. What you expect to happen? What you expect to happen? He said the summer is almost here. It is. I'm going back to work. I'm going back to work. When I told y'all about the DoorDash Don last summer, niggas made videos. They said Gully TV is broke and he's falling off. I had a master plan and shit. And I'm going back to work as soon as the weather break. What do you think Shador Sanders going? I don't know. He just told them niggas he not working out at the combine. He just said that yesterday. The Lakers play in Dallas the first week in April. I expect him to go crazy. Kevin Anthony, I'll holla at you. Hold on. Have a great evening. Are you ready for Ramadan? I am. I'm weighing 225 right now. I got to come down to 220 and shit. I'll probably lose that in the first week, but I'm ready. Starts Friday. Let me see. Tomorrow is the last day that we can buy supplies for y'all who participating in the blackout. Y'all participating in the blackout? What was your best month door dashing? I think probably like sometime in July. It was like around July and August. I remember I made like 1,400 in like 2 days. I know it was on a weekend and shit. It was this specific Saturday night that I was working, and normally the DoorDash app, it'll just cut off on you. It'll stop taking orders. It'll clock you out basically. And the motherfucker didn't clock me out. I didn't know that you could go to the next day and shit. Like, I just kept taking orders and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, normally it would clock you out about 1, 2 in the morning. Man, the motherfucker kept going. It's 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Birds start chirping. They didn't stop serving. They didn't stop serving fucking, burgers and shit. And then flipped over to breakfast and shit, because I was hitting a lot of McDonald's and shit. A lot of McDonald's be open 24 hours and shit. And next thing you know, the breakfast menu came up, and the motherfucker was still taking orders. And I believe I had took a nap that day, so I was up. But I know when I got on here. That's why I got on here. It's a video when I got on here and I started talking about it. I had on a purple shirt. I think that was the first day I told y'all that what I was doing. It's because I had made so much money. It was like, I did the video like 6 in the morning. I was out there all night. I couldn't believe that shit. I couldn't believe that shit, man. I called my brother. He stayed in Atlanta. I was like, yo, man. He like, what's up? I said, yo. I was like, man, this motherfucking DoorDash shit went hammer tonight. He like, what you mean? I'm like, man, I just got done working and shit. He could hear the birds chirping behind me and shit like that. Like, he could hear 6 in the morning. You just got done? I'm like, yeah. He like, what time did you clock in? I'm like 8 o'clock or some shit like that. I think that's almost 12 hours or something. I might have filled up gas like about twice. I think something. I just know that the shit went haywire, man. And I was like, God damn. Straight up. Straight up. He said, nah, let me download this app. My man said I made $42,000 last year on Instacart and DoorDash combined. DoorDash a good hustle. I met some baddies thanks to it. I found out where a couple bitches lived at because of the dash. Found out where a couple hoes work at too and shit. Yeah. But I would never get on here and make myself look bad. I told y'all, I made the video. I'm a gold I'm a gold level DoorDasher. I'm on a gold level. Like, you progress through levels where they start to send you on more lucrative missions and shit. I ain't DoorDashing like 2 months. Maybe 2.5 months because the weather been fucked up. But I started delivering car parts to new motors and shit. I was taking BMW parts to the BMW dealership and shit like that. You don't just deliver food and shit like that. Oh, I got the liquor license too. Like, I started to progress. They sent me this magnet that I put on my card and it say PLCB, Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board. And I started delivering liquor and shit like that. But yeah, last time that I was working and shit, I was delivering fucking car parts to BMW. A lot of them little bad shorties be working in them little restaurants. I peeped that. Let's talk about it. I said this on one of these live streams. I said, I didn't know that these bitches be working in fast food. In my day, fast food was like a high school job and shit. Like, high school motherfuckers worked at fast food and shit. You know what I mean? Taco Bell, McDonald's, KFC and shit like that. You'll go in one of these fast food joints and see these Instagram bitches, these Instagram modeling bitches and shit. These bitches that be telling you niggas y'all got to pay for the pussy and shit. Them bitches be flipping burgers like a motherfucker. They be trying to hide too. They be going to restaurants in the cut. They be going to restaurants in the cut. And you be like, God damn, man, I didn't know this bitch in here flipping burgers like a motherfucker and shit. You never know what people doing to pay their bills and shit like that. But some of them fucking restaurants, some of them fast food joints be paying people legit money. Like, I don't know if they got other jobs too, but some of them restaurants, them people be making legit money. You know how I know? Because they keep going back. You know what I'm saying? He said, fine as hell in the McDonald's uniforms. Dave and Buster's. Yeah. The basketball shorts is on the website, therealdribble.com, man. Go over there and get right. I appreciate you. In Cali, they pay $20 or better. I DoorDashed the whole summer, right? I invested every dollar in cotton the whole summer. I put crochet artists who normally don't be getting no money in the summertime, I put their ass to work. I was going to buy all the yarn I could come up with my DoorDash money and shit. And I was going to my crochet artists and they was getting busy. So by the time fall came, it literally rained money on me and shit. Like, my whole everything. If you frequent my website, you see how the merchandising just continued to grow and grow and grow. I didn't get no loans. I didn't get no PPP, no PUA or nothing like that. I went and got, and I made a video on here and I said I out-hustle the credit bureau and shit. Meaning, as I started to understand credit and they want you to jump through all these hoops to raise your credit score so you can borrow money. They want you to do a bunch of shit. Get this credit card, do this, pay this off over 12 months for your credit score to rise, right? You ain't got to do that. DoorDash taught me that. I can get some money tonight. You know what I'm saying? I can get some money tonight. That's what I learned from that shit. And I started to meet other niggas that was driving and shit. Not black people either. It don't be a lot of black Americans do it. Black Americans, niggas that look like us, they think that working these types of jobs is beneath them or something like that. I don't know. Some retarded sucker shit if you ask me. But I'm a hustler. I'm meeting other niggas, other guys that's driving. A lot of them from the Middle East and Africans and shit like that. You know, and you get to act, you know, you be in the vestibule picking up your food with him. So after you done seen a nigga on a couple of runs, you kind of get familiar with him. Y'all might talk a little bit or something, right? And you ask him, what else you do? Them niggas like, I'm a spark driver. I'm like, what's a spark driver? That's like when you deliver for Walmart. I'm like, word? They like, would you do it? I'm like, I could do it, but I don't want to go grocery shopping for nobody. It was like, you ain't got to do that. It got a setting on the motherfucker where you can hit the button and they bring the groceries out to you. So I'm learning all of these hustles that's at my disposal with my phone and shit. I was scrolling through my phone one night and shit, right? And it was in the summertime. I was scrolling through my phone and I'm like, what would I be doing? Oh, once I started to, you know, fuck with these apps, I'm like, if I wasn't door dashing right now, or if I wasn't out here getting this money right now, what would I be doing? I'm not online, right? I'm not in the gym. What would I be doing right now? I'd be doing the same thing that you doing, scrolling through your phone, basically doing nothing. I'm like, this fucking phone is like a fucking beeper. This is a dispatcher and shit. Once you open that motherfucking app, Uber, Lyft, Spark Driver, DoorDash, Postmates. This is like opening a cash register. A motherfucker like, you don't get that type of information to a nigga like me and shit. You don't get that type of information to a nigga like me. You know why? Because I committed crimes most of my life and shit. I committed crimes most of my life. And then when you start to think about it, you like, this DoorDash shit is the same thing as selling drugs, except I ain't got no pack in my backseat. I got food in my backseat. It ain't no coke in this car. It ain't no pounds of weed in this car. I ain't got to hide nothing and shit like that. So you get to thinking about, it's almost insanity to be doing any law breaking when they got apps in the phone that'll put you to work right now. But that's unbelievable to a nigga like me. That's unfucking believable. That's unbelievable. I just found out that I had one of my homies come and hang a TV in my crib, and he told me that he was like, I'm glad that you hit me. Hanging TVs, flat screens is one of his hustles. He was like, man, I appreciate you, man. Like, it's been a little bit rough on me and shit. He like, I stopped pumping. I'm like, word, weed shit wasn't working for you, huh? He like, man, there's dispensaries everywhere, man. Like, the shit ain't what it used to be. So he hang TVs and shit. I said, man, why don't you? I said, you got your driver's license, right? He was like, yeah. I said, why don't you DoorDash? He ended up telling me, he said, yeah, they said that you was doing that. So that told me that niggas in the streets, I thought I was minding my business and shit. Niggas in the streets was talking about me. That nigga door dashing. That's what I learned from a nigga. He told me, he was like, I said, so when they told you I was doing it, didn't that tell you something? Like, I would see niggas in the streets. That know me, and they was like, you up to something. I know you up to something. It's something. You up to something. You up to something. For real, they was like, I know you up to something. You doing something. Like, you not doing that shit for nothing and shit. Like, you got a plan. Like, you doing something. Like, what is you doing and shit? And I was putting my other companies on steroids and shit. That's what I was doing. I was putting my other companies on steroids. I was finding my own capital to invest into my other companies and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said doing the right thing. it wasn't so much doing the right thing. It's that I'm a hustler. I got websites, I got books, I got CDs. I was door dashing right after I was just in the movie. Like, I'm delivering motherfuckers food and they like, yo man, I just seen your movie and shit. You killed that shit. But they probably was puzzled, like, yo, why is he doing this and shit? It's cause I got a plan and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I execute my plans. I wear blinders and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm the way I'm wired, if you knew me in real life, I feel that I'm more clever than the average bear and shit. I feel like I'm more clever than niggas and shit. You dig what I'm saying? He said, I like your chain. Thank you, DoorDash. These are DoorDash diamonds. These are DoorDash diamonds. You like them? Thank you. DoorDash diamonds. Get you some. Get you some. You can get you some tonight. You like this shit? Get you some tonight. I'm telling you, because I'm going back to work. As soon as the motherfucking weather break, I'm getting back to it. I remember, and niggas made videos. There's videos online. Niggas like, Gully TV broke. He's door dashing. Hustling don't make you broke, jackass. It don't. It don't. It don't. Like, some niggas be slow and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, if you don't believe me, just watch. If you don't believe me, just watch. Just watch. I elevate and escalate right in front of you and shit. Straight up. He said they did the same thing to Young Jock. It's the crab barrel, man. The nigga crab barrel. He says Sub-Zero was hating on you for DoorDash. Sub-Zero is slow. Sub-Zero is slow. He is. Sub-Zero is slow. He's slow. But what I do, what I eat, it ain't got to make him shit. Straight up. So, you know, he said, for a person who been watching you, your hustle was impeccable. That's what I do, man. That's what I do. For real. For real. I be looking for commodities. In addition to this, I'm still learning and shit. Like, I'm asking questions and shit. I'm meeting niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? What you do? How you eating this shit? Niggas in crypto. Niggas in the stock market. I've shared this information with y'all on here and shit. Like, getting legal money make you feel like you more brighter than everybody else. And that probably contribute to my personality, and y'all, you know, probably think I be boasting or some shit. Tapping in. Thank you. He said growth and development. My coworker used to laugh when I leave work and go DoorDash. I'm up 80K. I believe you. I believe you. I got the information about DoorDash from one of y'all in these comments. Somebody in his comments was like, yo, I made $1,200 this week. I'm like, $1,200? Doing what? And he was like, Uber Eats or some shit like that. I'm like, for real? I wasn't tallying how much he was working and shit. I'm saying to myself, man, I'm the type of motherfucker, I do that shit 24 hours a day. DoorDash then had to kick me out the app because I took that many orders and shit. For real. Only hustlers will understand. Every time you talk, I take down notes. You should, man, because I be speaking life on this motherfucker and shit. A lot of people be acting. I don't do no acting. I execute. Straight like that. They got apps you can combine all the delivery apps and only take orders 10 and up. I hope y'all picking up on what I shared with y'all tonight, man. Let me get back to hustling and shit. Pillmatic 2 available on all streaming sites. You can get this on all streaming sites. So you can get the autographed copy from me from my website, therealdribble.com. I got some dragon fruit and shit to eat, man, and I gotta get on this MacBook and do some editing, man, because I still deliver y'all dope content. Y'all remember, I be uploading dope content. All of this shit that I'm saying to y'all. Don't forget I put out dope content. Don't forget. I be dropping fire on this motherfucking internet. So I gotta get back to that. Alright? He said I called somebody a blade today. I'm spreading the lingo. Hey, yo, I gotta go, man. I got work to do, man. Go to the website, pa-knit.com, man. Get knitted up, man. Get my signature headwear, man. I put this shit in motion and shit, you know what I'm saying? They've been crocheting since the beginning of time, but I made it fly. Don't forget that. The dribble. Peace.